The following is a presentation of Playfly Sports Properties and Michigan State Sports Properties.
Well, Jason is muted right now. So I will do that. Welcome, everybody, to This is Sparta. I am your host, Jehuu Caulcrick, alongside
another host, not even co-host, is Otis Wiley.
Otis Wiley. This is live. It doesn't matter. We'll get through it. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And for all my friends in the cheap seats in the back, welcome to This is Sparta MSU. We got a big show today.
Man, yeah, we got one of the youngins, one of the young Spartan dogs.
Is he still a pup? Is he a pup till he plays a game?
So are we considering the spring game as a game, or are you talking about till he really smells and breathes?
Spring game don't count. Hey, I appreciate it, Timbo Spice. I appreciate it. You know, the threads, you know, what's happening?
Hey, you know, you're stunting like your pappy.
Yeah, your grandpappy. How you doing?
Oh man, yeah. I think you know, you're a pup until you get to that point of, you know, as soon as you put on that real uniform, getting out there, running out the tunnel. You survived the gridiron and the guts scheduling of spring game, also summer conditioning. You know, aka old school. Ken Manning, he hadn't had a privilege of going through the Ken Manning, but Dr. Guest training, and then you got fall camp. Then you'll say, hey, Spartan dog, because we're going to see some knocking heads this spring. I'm sure Jalen can't wait to knock some heads and get rid of doing that manual weight room. Let's put the pads on, put the helmet on, man.
Right.
He's already prepared physically anyway. So, yeah, I can't wait.
Exactly. We got Jason back.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
I did the intro.
I appreciate it, guys. You know, we're professionals. We don't let any technical difficulties stop the show. The show must continue or so on. That's 100%. So we're good. I mean,
yeah, sudden change, baby. You know, Jehuu acted like he was playing defense, man. He ran out on the field like
channel a little bit of that Don Cherry. I love it.
I appreciate it.
Johnny Costanza. He reads my mind.
Right.
That's outstanding. All right. Well, if you guys have done the intro, then why are we belaboring the point here? We're going to bring on our special guest, Jalen Thompson from Cass Tech, newly inducted Spartan Dog. Welcome to the show, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Oh, man. Couldn't be better, man. We're loving it. We're loving the fact that you're here.
Before you jump in, Stray, everyone that's watching, listening, make sure you show this guy some love. We're going to pop up his socials and everything. And if you have a question or anything like that during the show for him, shoot it to us. We'll ask it, get it done.
Yes, you don't have to do it through YouTube. That's where we'll see it. All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, brother. So, hey, look, man. Look, your journey, you coming from PSL, man. You know, Detroit, Cass Tech. You know, that's a heralded school in the state of Michigan, always has a lot of talent. Like, explain a little bit, talk to the people and tell us a little bit about your journey to get to Cass Tech. 30 offers and then on to Michigan State. But where does this all start?
Okay, I'm going to say it all starts with my uncles and really my uncles and my mom. You know, they went to Cass first, so it's kind of a legacy thing. You know, my uncles came, they hooped, one with the King, one with the Cass. Then I got the closest uncle to my age who went to Cass. He played football for Cass. He was kind of really my motivation to being able to, wanting to go to Cass. So I chose to come to Cass. And Coach Thomas Wilcher, he was the head coach when I first came into Cass. He welcomed me in. Me and him talked before I even entered into Cass, and he was like, he wanted me there. So I took the test to get in. I got in. I was there for about. I ain't played my freshman year. I did Little League my freshman year. Then I went up to my sophomore year. I played, and really, the story happened after that. It was a game where I played. The person who was in front of me, he was injured, and so I had my opportunity to be able to start. So I got in, I started, and ever since after that game, my sophomore year, I started. And then the end of my sophomore year, I got the blowing up, and then my offers started coming in. The first offer I had was the University of Kentucky, and they kept me going. And then it wasn't no looking back. And after then, I was motivated, and Cass got me to where I am today.
Man, it's crazy because me and Jehuu had the privilege.
Oh gosh,
of doing. I'm gonna throw you out there. So we had the privilege of covering a Friday night pregame tailgate show for high school football, and it was the first round of playoffs, and you guys was playing West Bloomfield.
Oh yeah,
and I'm just gonna let you know right now that your boy Choo Choo. He chose West Bloomfield, and I was like, "No, I'm going with Cash."
No.
We gotta put you on Front Street, Choo Choo.
That's a true story, and I was gonna throw myself under the bus for that one because I was gonna be the first one to apologize, for going against you. But like West Bloom, they had that legacy, they had that thing going there. I just didn't know, but like I didn't know, at the time, the strength of JT out there, wreaking havoc there. And Otis tried telling me, but I just couldn't. In my defense, I couldn't just go along with him, so I had to be that guy. It made for good radio. That's why.
I still respect it.
Nah, Jalen, talk about. I remember our Spartan Dog Con, and when you remember you were sitting on the left side with the fam. Everybody, all top dogs in the recruiting class, and then you had all the former Spartan dogs on the right.
Right.
And when Coach Hazelton came in and started going crazy, talking fast, rapid fire, spitting at everybody, and kind of got you guys riled up, talk about kind of, you still weren't, committed by that time, but like talk about, what you saw in the Spartan dog way and the brotherhood that, kind of made you get that good feel like, hey, this is the program that I know I can probably be here for the future and selected to play football.
Oh yeah, I'll say, man, I learned a lot from that Spartan Dog Con. Not even just like the environment and what it went into Michigan State, but really relationships. It's people older than other people, and they respect each other and they act like they're brothers. When you get there, it's like a brotherhood, no matter what age you is for real. So like you could be the top dog there, and it'll be a little dude that come in and he'll just treat you like your little brother, and you just be welcomed in from here on out.
Yeah. What about Coach Hazelton, man? Like, tell us. We always have people coming on. Tell us about Coach Hazelton and what won you over. Obviously, Mel is Coach Tucker.
Right.
With his leadership, but like the defensive scheme which you're going to fit into. Like, talk to us about that. Tell Spartan Nation, like, what was it about the defense and the scheme and the future of you being kind of the future of the defense?
Okay, I'm gonna say Coach Hazelton. He's always bringing that juice. He's always stay motivated. He motivates you. He always got the energy for sure. But the defense there, I ran it in high school. The same defense I ran in high school, we got it from Michigan State. So that really was my thing. Was it's gonna help me, be able to get off the edge and be able to sack quarterbacks. And really, I like the way how if it's there, they're gonna let you eat. No matter what. So I like that as well.
Man, look, I'm looking at this highlight right now, man.
Right. Hey,
yeah, he liked to thump a little bit.
How much, we're talking about Coach Hazelton, Coach Tucker, and everything like that. Coach Wilcher, he was the one that brought you to Cass Tech.
Right.
And how did that relationship, how much of that went into your decision, to go to Michigan State? Because you had 30 offers. You had Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, USC, Tennessee, Pitt.
Note to self, when you have 30 offers, that means everybody wants you. You can get in.
Everybody.
Okay. Everybody. The mama and them want you.
Everybody. That's all.
But yeah, so talk to us about that relationship with Coach. How did that play a factor in getting you, to Michigan State?
I say one thing is I know that he's gonna take care of me, but I tried to set him aside as if he wasn't there because he said make my decision on my own, But I know Coach Tucker was gonna be there for a minute. Me and him talked over how long he's gonna stay there because head coaches be leaving in and out. So I made sure I talked to him about that before I did anything, went a step further. And I just talked to the coaches as well, my coaches as well, position coaches and stuff, and seeing how they was there. And a big thing down there is the relationships. You could be walking around, you could see a nutrition lady, and she'll greet you and everything cool. So it's like relationships was a big thing, was on my deciding factor of why I wanted to go there. And I just knew that they was going to take care of me regardless. And definitely me being a hometown kid as well.
Right. So one thing that you hit on there that really, a lot of kids don't really do that. That just shows the maturity level on your part and, thinking further ahead there. You said you had a conversation with Coach Tucker about how long he's going to be there. Can you pull the curtains back and tell us how that conversation went?
Okay. So me and, we sat down in his office and to be honest, I've been to Michigan State over like 20 times before I committed. But I talked to him and I'm like, he's like, what else do you need to know in order for you to, be able to come here? And I'm like, Coach, it's a lot of coaches leaving, coming in and out. I just got to know if you're going to stay here in order for me to, be able to commit. He told me, he's like, man, I'm going to be here for a minute. And then that was really one of my big things that, me and him discussed.
About to say a minute. I mean, is it like guaranteed contract minute? Like
we know that minute. We know that minute in the community. We know what that minute means in the community.
Say you, man. I mean, dude, like you. So you like to play with your hand in the dirt, right? You don't like the stand up rush. You like coming off the rock better.
Right. I feel like, I shoot off better being down in my stance because you get, because really everything you start from is really the ground up. So if I'm really shooting out like a rocket, you got to carry my weight plus me pushing off. So it's, more powerful.
It was, how influential was, BT being on campus and the things that he can do and elevate defensive lineman game, like, people as yourself. How did that weigh into your decision?
It weighed in a lot. Just him having that experience for one, and then like not even like it's in the past, it's current. Like he getting it every day. Like he got people, he got all that knowledge that could help me. So I felt like that was a big factor of me, being able to feel like I know that he gonna help me be able to reach my goals as fast as possible for sure.
Yeah, you said reach your goals. What are your goals?
Really, I'm gonna say for this season, I want to get at least. I'm gonna say 2 goals to be Big Ten. No, I'm gonna say freshman, Big Ten freshman, and keeping a PFF of higher than what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna probably say a higher than 80%.
Okay.
That's what's up, man.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna put you on the spot too, Jalen. What's your nickname? Is it Jalen? JT? Like we gotta make some JT, right? Okay. JT.
What number they got you rocking?
You wearing 5'5"? I saw that, right? So no, JT 5'5", baby. All right.
Ooh, put that on a t-shirt, boy.
I know, right? All right. As a young guy coming in, people don't really understand the transition and like what it truly takes. Right. Come from high school, going to college. And, I feel like you guys at Cass Tech had the resources and the training, right. Obviously higher education. I say the education piece of Cass Tech's curriculum is preparing you for what's going to happen in college anyway. So we can obviously erase that. That's already prepared for. But, from a standpoint of you training mentally, physically, have you came in here thinking like, what are your weaknesses that you want to strengthen to be able to be at the top of your game when you start in spring?
I'm gonna say really one thing I gotta work on is just like technique. Like being able to, it's 300-pound grown men now, so it's like really when you get tired over time, you got to make sure your technique is perfect so that you don't injure yourself or put yourself in bad predicaments. So I just say like my fatigueness. Because like over time, I know, high school, I'm one of the bigger dudes, so it's not really, too much of a challenge. But like I know with them, you know, you got to prepare yourself for things like that because, you know, they not, you know, y'all, it's a business now. So y'all both playing, y'all like two grown men out there. So you can't be playing around. So I'll probably just say that. And really just staying mentally focused, you know, preparing my brain to like just make sure I'm in a mode in the game and, you know, just outworking people.
That's a good one, man. Look, you're already showing that mental mindset is more mature than me and Jehuu and maybe Stray coming into the
college. I'm telling you, all these guys that we've had on this show that's coming in are light years above where we were. You know, that just shows how the game's changed, you know, technology-wise, film-wise, and everything like that. And, you know, take advantage of that. You know, that's great. So I know playing in Spartan Stadium is unlike anything. Like if you've played in Spartan Stadium, you're sitting here talking about it, you get goosebumps, you know, just thinking about, you know, those experiences, the crowd and everything like that. But now you're in the Big Ten. Like, what away stadium are you looking forward to going to the most and playing at? I'm
gonna probably say one of them new schools that entered the Big Ten, probably UCLA, something like that. or I'm gonna probably say Michigan. Yeah, that's gonna be
how close were you? Like how were we at a strong lead of you making the decision? Or like what was the priority of ranking? Or I'm trying to
that's a good one.
Right. I'm trying to see how like
we already know where your heart is, but
I'm gonna say really I was leading towards Michigan at first, and then like once Coach Newell left, it was a no-go. But I'm not gonna lie though, Michigan State was always number one, but it was kind of like in between. And then once Coach Newell left, the D-line coach that was at Michigan, then I X'd him out.
He couldn't get you out to USC?
They wanted me to play backer when I got out there, so
like, no, bro.
Mistake.
Like them big cats down there.
Polynesian.
Oh yeah, there was some more linebackers.
Yeah, it's a ton, you know. And Jalen, so talk about, like, you know, Cass Tech has had a lot of guys come out of there and go on to play in Power 5 schools and have a lot of success. I think you just had a D lineman this year playing at Kentucky that was SEC Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, Deion
Walker.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just playing alongside of guys like that. I mean, I know you still have relationships with everybody because everybody's so connected anyway. But does that give you confidence to play in the Big Ten coming in as a true freshman?
Yeah, it gave me sometimes I feel like, you know, it's a privilege knowing them, even though I was just beside them last year, a couple years ago. But really, you know, just knowing that I had that advice there, you know, being able to, you know, get insight on, you know, how they do the things that they do, it's kind of a big thing, and you know, I don't take that for granted at all.
Man, we got a question from Rob South. Pete, pull that up. Is Jalen, who's your all-time favorite Spartan? Yeah, that's man. We couldn't give you the keys to the test, man. We got a couple random questions here for you.
That's a good question. I'm gonna say just because he went to Cass. Oh, but I don't know.
You can say a couple.
Yeah,
top three.
Top three.
I'm gonna say Jordan Reed for sure. He was an offensive lineman that went to Cass, that went there. I'm gonna say, I'm probably say Jalen Reed too. He was cold.
Yeah.
Just because I know him, I'm gonna say Kenneth Walker too. He was cold too.
K9. There we go.
Hey, you can't go wrong with those picks.
Heck no. No, that was spot on, man. Like, so you got the confidence, you got people that you consider great players that you emulate yourself after, but overall, like, who is there that's currently playing, maybe it's at the NFL level, that you emulate your game after and what you think you can become or exceed?
I'm gonna say Chase Young. You know, he went through the process. You know, at first, I'm not gonna lie, Ohio State was, you know, my dream school growing up. But once the college process came, it wasn't. But Chase Young, that's a guy I look up to and try to imitate with some of his game.
Oh, it's just Debo game right there, fellas.
Right.
Like, hey, see ball, eat ball, baby. That's how we do it, right? We asked Jordan Hall this question, or I asked him. I said, what would you rather have in the game? And we talked about, here's the game. Michigan comes to town. You already know what went down last year, and they coming into East Lansing. And you in the game. Would you rather have a sack, interception, pick six type joint from the defense end spot? Or what was the third one I said? I don't know. I forgot what I said. I gave him three options.
No, I think that was it.
That was it? I said, oh, yeah. So if you want a
key sack,
or a fumble or pick for six, which one you going to go with?
I'm gonna probably say for six, to be honest. Just because.
Yeah,
of course.
Man, we got some smart defense on the defensive side, baby. They want points.
He knows how that production board works.
Absolutely.
So coming to East Lansing, coming from an hour 20 minutes away from the Detroit area to East Lansing, what are you looking forward to the most about college life outside of football, outside that kind of stuff, like being on campus? You have a little bit of independence and everything. What are you looking forward to the most?
Really having a great season, building relationships with my teammates, the coaches, enjoying college, getting to learn stuff, building on my own brain and, exposing myself, to help out others, who doesn't have, certain opportunities and stuff like that, and giving them knowledge.
Jalen, do you know your way around campus yet?
It depends on where we at. Like if we anywhere by the facility, I could tell you. If we on what's that, Grand River where the food at?
Yeah.
If we on Grand River, I could tell you where we at. And I can know Acres. I know some of the little dorms. And then like anything else, probably.
What about the classes?
I know that. Yeah, I got for the classes though. Yeah, I gotta type it in my GPS.
There we go.
He's in my GPS.
Hey, make sure if your freshman year you can't drive. So when you can get a car there, make sure you park where you're supposed to park, because those Pace people, they be getting you.
Man,
they be getting you.
I remember like it was yesterday. We are in the locker room, and this is JU senior year, and he gets basically some piece of mail stating, if you don't pay, how much was it? If you don't pay these fines, you're not gonna be able to walk and graduate.
Yeah.
How much was it, JU?
I'll go through the thing here. So for college, so if you get a parking ticket, you get 6, and then you get towed. So I was like, okay, I will wait to get that 6, and then I'll get towed, and then I'll pay the whole thing. So it was before, yeah. So I got the 6, and I thought I could, and then I got that mail at the facility too. It wasn't
they served them straight. They said you got served.
They did not serve me in the facility. So when I went to pick up when I went to pay my ticket, so I just like, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you run every ticket I've gotten here since I was a sophomore? So it was the total bill for my tickets in that 3.5 years at Michigan State was $5,600.42 in parking tickets and tows.
Oh my God.
So what he's saying is you need an Uber.
Yeah.
You need to get those bird
those scooters. Yeah.
Or back then we used to we had bikes and everybody was just borrowing. So you hear it said borrowing
bikes.
That's
what they called it.
That's the play.
Yeah.
Safely, we borrowed bikes.
Bolt cutters. You borrowed it with bolt cutters. What's wrong with y'all?
Oh man, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Wild time.
Man, what you gonna major in, man? This is an important factor of we know football is only for so long. And we understand education is very key, but what are you gonna major in? And tell us why.
Okay. Right now I'm doing just core classes as freshman for like freshmen and stuff like that. But I'm thinking either business, sports management, or engineering. Because probably engineering though, to be honest with you. Because I'm in high school at Cass, I was in this engineering program. I've been doing it. I've been doing it for like 4 years since I've been there. And I was really starting to like it. And I was doing like activities outside of the school that was dealing with the program when I had free time. And I really was digging that. So that's probably something that I end up majoring in college.
That's awesome. That's dope.
Engineers get paid, is class I heard.
Right. I know this.
My roommate, Ross Weaver, Southfield High, engineer, corner. I never saw him in the apartment, man, because he was always in the engineering building. So
burning that midnight oil.
Oh man. But yes.
Hey, so I saw a video, a rendering of the new facilities, that's being built there. Was that something? Is facility a big factor in your recruiting decision when you've been recruited and people are like, hey, come check out our facility, look at what we're getting here? And the facility at Michigan State looks absolutely phenomenal, looks amazing. The locker room, the weight room, the seats in the locker and everything like that. Did that play a big factor with you?
I'm gonna be honest, no, really the looks and everything don't really matter to me because coming from Cass, we done played a lot of big schools, in the suburbs that got everything you need, like from at Cass, you got to get out the mud. So that really wasn't a factor, I prefer more relying on relationships and, that people that's going to take care of me than anything.
Man, I tell you what, man, I swear I feel like you were here in the afterlife. Or you're in a different body, man, because this is different, man. It's a different feel, and it's showing Spartan Nation that Mel and staff have done due diligence in bringing in young men that are ready to get to work, man. This is encouraging for us as our program, man. We got some future leaders that are going to take us to the promised land, and I know that's really what we're all looking for you. A great experience, but also winning some big ball games too, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Jalen, did you played in the Army game?
Oh yeah, it was a U.S. Army Bowl. Yeah, I played in it.
The U.S. Army Bowl.
Yeah, it was December 17th.
Okay,
yeah,
that's like is that the one in San Antonio?
No, it's 3 of them. That's the Under Armour. It's a U.S. Army Bowl, Under Armour Bowl, and then it's one by Adidas.
Oh, okay, man. Like, so you're trying to figure things out right now. You're early enrollee. You're getting you met all of your coaches, and now you're starting to see the strength and conditioning guys. Those are like the only guys you see every single day, right? Yeah. All right. Yes. Tell us how it is, like your first day coming out of high school in that weight room and with the conditioning program.
The speed is way faster than what you think it is, and then like you get pushed to your limits because you got your brothers leading you on, and they push you to where you need to be, So like it's things you'll do that you wouldn't even expect yourself to do, and then that first day, you might get a little throw up. It's
still happening, boy.
Were you one of them?
I took some drink before the nutrition lady gave me.
It was not a pretty sight, huh?
Had to give up the ghost.
I thought it was gonna help me.
So yeah, talking Dr. Guest, Coach Guest, Dr. Coach Guest is one of us, right? Spartan Dog, and from what we came up with was like different regimen of strength conditioning, and with the new technology and resources, like what's a difference maker for you and Dr. Guest in the approach that he's preparing you for, for the spring game?
I'll just say like, the workouts I was doing, that's really like, I don't like really, doing the same workouts, and then you walk around, check, make sure you're doing everything. And then they got all this new technology, that'll help you make sure you're getting everything done. And, make sure you're not push yourself too much to the point where, you're killing yourself, but make sure you push yourself enough so that you're getting better.
Absolutely.
Hey, so we're in the weight room and everything like that. So you're a kid from high school coming in, and it could be anybody. Like when you first walked in there, because I know I had this moment. Who did you see, and you're like, "Damn, this dude's a dog. Like this dude's gonna be like I'm amongst grown men here." Like who was it that really impressed you, on the team so far?
It's this dude named Chris. I forgot his last name, but he went number 2 for
Bogle.
Yeah.
Chris Bogle.
From Florida.
Chris Bogle, yeah. He that guy.
What about it? What about him that made you be like, damn, this dude's a dude?
You can just tell he's been in the gym. He's been getting his games up.
Been getting his games up, man. Yeah. I was waiting on JT to say, it's me. I'm that guy.
No, everybody has that when they come on campus, man. But that's cool, man. Has there been anything that you've seen that you didn't expect yet besides the work?
Not really. Like throughout, my process between our season was over, I was just like, every time I work out, I'm like, you got to get this in, no matter what, like you're doing the bigger things now, so make sure you get it in. So I kind of prepare myself for the majority of everything.
Well, what are some things that you want to let Spartan Nation know about you that we wouldn't know from just the papers or what you've been doing in high school and now? Like, what are some things that you want Spartan Nation to know about you as they see you 55 coming out and you get your own little fan base, but we're trying to grow the brand? What you want them to know about you, JT?
I got interesting facts. I'm a gamer for sure. What else? I know how to DJ too, if y'all ain't know that.
Okay.
Oh, we need a playlist for the show. We need a playlist for the show.
So game day, you're walking to the what are you listening to? What's your go-to?
I listen to old school music, so like I listen to like some Tupac, some Biggie.
Okay.
I like some Detroit music, depending on where I'm at. Like if I'm first getting there, I listen to some old school. Then once I'm finna come on the field, I listen to like some Detroit music.
Which Detroit artists are you?
I say Babyface Ray. That's my guy.
Okay.
Man, we was actually trying to get him to do a pregame tailgate joint, but we trying to work that angle. Making sure it's safe for every demographic.
Don't scare people.
Right. Better you than us. Okay, so you're a Detroit kid. I just learned about this because I'm back in New York. We don't have this, but favorite flavor Faygo.
I'll probably say grape.
Okay. Grape money. You can't go wrong with grape.
That's the first.
You're gonna talk about Faygo and Better Made chips.
Oh yeah, Better Made. You gotta get the barbecue and Better Mades for sure.
Better Made chips is
barbecue Better Mades with great Faygo.
Yeah,
there you go. That's a meal for you, too.
They ain't got that in Canada, boy. I tell you that too.
I don't think Amber will approve of that one.
No, because it's universal health care. They don't want you putting all that sugar in your body.
Oh my God. No. Red pop.
Red pop is terrible.
Everybody saying red pop all day.
Red is the worst flavor. It tastes like Robitussin. It tastes like
like some medicine. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Man, I worry that cream soda go hard, but I don't know what y'all talking about.
No, I don't want that red pop.
Grapes, where's that?
Grape.
That nice little burn going down. Yeah.
Nice little burn.
I try to stay away from pop now, though. But
you're a different level now.
That was a beautiful recovery. Amber might see this.
Novak gonna be saying,
Coach Novak might see this.
My body is a temple, man. You gotta treat it right now, boy. I tell you.
Gallon of water a day at least.
Till that first welcome week.
Right.
Yeah,
what happens there?
They don't do it no more like that, man. They ain't like that no more. They ain't like that no more.
It's welcome week.
See, I told you, it ain't like that no more.
What is it? A week before school starts, everybody kind of moves in.
They just say move in. They just say move in, and it ain't like going to Dim Hall or like Meyer. They still do the Meyer thing. People, students get to campus because everything packed, but it ain't like back then when we was doing it.
It's just a week-long party.
Yeah, it's just a week. Yeah, basically.
Oh yeah, no, we don't do that.
So basically, JT, it's like you in summer camp, and it's just nothing but you and your brothers. Nobody on campus. That's when the lunch ladies start looking very.
The lunch ladies start looking good, don't
they? Guys, what are you saying?
It's the truth. It's the truth. And then as soon as all the students
leave the lunch ladies alone,
man, you like, oh man, it's crazy, man. You never thought you'd be deprived, but That's crazy. So has you had Raising Cane's yet though?
Yeah, I had like my third day down there.
Thoughts?
You got to get it through the week.
Thoughts though? Straight?
It's good. Yeah, I had it before when I used to go on like officials and stuff like that. But
yeah, well, that's the first one, so we are hyped about it because this the first location in Michigan. But yeah, all day, every day, man. Kyle said off topic, Otis.
He want to talk nothing but IHOPs, huh?
Right. Man, appreciate you jumping on with us, man. Really do.
Bringing me on the show for sure.
Man, love to have it, man. We're gonna put your social media stuff up on the screen here. Okay. I know Pete's working hard on it so we can get it up so people can follow you.
Follow this man. Get this man an NIL deal.
Tell us what's your tag?
Oh yeah, it's __ the number 4 JALEN on all platforms.
Gotcha. That's the Cast Tech boy right there. See what I'm saying? You don't have to go to 3 different names, 3 different paths. It's all the same.
Hey, I got a question for you though before we let you go.
Okay.
If you get any, and what's your dream NIL deal?
Oh, that's a good question. Dang. I'm probably say like one of the bigger brands for real. I'm probably say like something like a Nike or something like that. That'd be sweet. Nike or like Nike, Under Armour, anything for real.
Well, you can't. You're a Nike school, so
that wouldn't make sense. That wouldn't make sense. So yeah, I'll probably say something like that, or like
you can't like go fight Fabletics or something like on the outskirts.
Fabletics,
FUBU.
Hey, bring it back, Coogee, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll probably do like something with like an NIL deal with like a dealership or something like that. That'd be sweet.
All right, you heard it now. There we go. Got it. Is that it?
Yes, sir.
All right. So yeah, follow Jalen JT55, man. And hey, look, you can be doing anything else at night, man, but you spending time with us, man. We appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all bringing me on the show for sure.
All right, bro, man. Appreciate you. Go Green.
Right. See you soon, dog. Yes, sir. Another impressive young man. We're batting 1,000.
It's nuts, man.
I gotta say this. Like, from when we like us to these guys now, there's like we were just dummies,
savages. Huh?
Yeah, man, to these guys. I saw
so many words go through your brain right there. Great job. Good recovery. Dummies.
These guys. There's some good kids that are coming to East Lansing right now, and if you're listening, make sure you drop them a follow. Say, hey, listen, I heard you on this is Sparta MSU podcast. Love you. Can't wait to cheer you on this fall in Spartan Stadium. Great kids coming in there.
Words of affirmation work with guys, man. If you tell them that, I mean, they're gonna work harder. They're not gonna. I can guarantee you, what they're not gonna do is get lazy. If Spartans are all over the world are reaching out to these guys and telling them how much they love and support them. I like this. That jacket is legendary. You got to wear that to a game, says Steve Smith to you, Choo.
Hey, Steve, don't get that man fired off that sideline gig, man.
Oh, man, here he is. It's loud, just like
loud, man.
Yeah, see, I got boss man here. Boss man.
Boss man said, don't
that
show
boy looking like a kitchenette set, boy.
But I gotta say, look at the detail.
That's detail now.
Look at the detail.
Guys, we got to talk about some other stuff, but first, this message from our friends over at IHOP.
At IHOP, the $6 Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity combo is back. 2 eggs, 2 bacon strips, and 2 fruit-topped pancakes. Only from IHOP. Download the app and earn free food with every order. Dine in only. Limited time at participating locations. Prices may vary.
When you join IHOP's new rewards program, the International Bank of Pancakes, and start stacking pan coins toward free food, you get a smile on your plate. Download the app and join the rewards program today.
Man, I need Kyle to give me like unlimited pan coins, yo.
Right.
I need that.
I know those are fluffy pancakes.
Oh, man. We're going to have an event. We're going to do an event. I'm thinking that's what we should do. Something over at one of his stores.
Right.
Like locations, just have a big, this is Sparta blowout. Everybody,
well,
we're gonna have to do something like
we have a reunion for the first time we did our show.
Yeah.
There we go.
We got to do one live from there.
Yeah, we got to do it live from there because that was man. People don't know about that brick by brick, brother, because that was a show in itself.
So let me do this. Let me put my order right now, Cal. I want the 4 scrambled eggs with American cheese, the T-bone.
I thought Canadian cheese though.
No,
Canadian bacon.
No, I'm just saying.
But when you do go to Canada, you can't say I want American. You just say cheese.
Like I did. Yeah, you just put me on the.
You just say cheese.
Yeah, yeah. So
there it is.
I didn't even finish my order. Damn, can I finish his order?
VIP cards. There it is.
Yeah. Ooh, VIP cards. Oh yeah. So 4 eggs scrambled, American cheese mixed in. I don't just want the cheese on the top. I want it mixed in. And then the fluffy eggs there. And then the fluffy pancakes. I only want 2 pancakes though.
Hey, Jehuu.
The T-bone steak.
You're killing everybody. You're going to have people either passing out of hunger or I don't know. I don't know. That's outstanding. But you know who got built brick by brick besides, what we're doing here at This is Sparta? That's the women's gymnastics team. How about them defeating the school down the road for the first time since Tucci was in school? 2007, baby.
Now you got a shout out. We got
congratulations to them.
We got an alum who is one of the assistant coaches, Nicole Jones, and she's part of that crew. Who last time we beat that team down the road. But if you watch that, man, like if you have girls, that young girls that are coming up, like gymnastics has truly changed from a demographic standpoint. But from a standpoint of the fan base, it's very family atmosphere. But the environment was electric, seeing on Big Ten Network and seeing us going back and forth and competing. And I was trying to rush back home to take my daughter, obviously, to the meet, but it's nowhere else but to go but up. And to win like that in that fashion, our women's sports are doing unbelievable things right now, where we need to put some more highlights on it, and we need to get some more support because it's like I said, it's nowhere else to go but up from here.
You're absolutely right, Otis. You couldn't say that any better. That gymnastics team, everything that's happened with that program, and now they're back in the national spotlight in that positive way. It's so really good to see. When I saw the clips of that, I looked at my daughter. I put her on this little trampoline thing that we got in the house. I'm like, jump. You got to get there.
You got to get that Scally.
Right. By any means necessary.
We do gymnastics. Beat them once, they can beat them again.
Exactly.
I mean, think about it. You talked about the atmosphere. Let's take a listen here to see what it was like in after the victory.
House, yeah.
With a 197.2 Michigan State University.
That's just awesome. That's what I love about seeing celebrations and stuff like that, because for everyone that's sitting in the stands, everyone that's watching it at home, they don't see the hard work, blood, sweat, and tears that go into the preparation to get to game day and everything like that. So that's just, you can see it on those girls' faces, and any team that, that have a, great victory, and see them celebrate and just see how it truly, truly means, to, come off and, have that victory, especially, a big victory like that hasn't been done in what was that, 16 years or so against the school down the road. That's really, really cool. And congratulations to that gymnastics team. They're just soaring up.
Yeah, definitely got to, bring a representative from the MSU women's gymnastics team on to This is Sparta. Otis, that's your job.
Yep. I'm out here knocking myself on the head. It's like, man, I should have text Coach Jones, get her on board, or
better late than never. Better late than never.
Oh, look, Kyle said,
hey,
yep. There's an NIL deal.
We may be having NIL deals here. That's incredible.
That is great.
Like to hear that. We love to hear that. MSU football did sign or get a commitment from a preferred walk-on. I think that was news the last day or so. Pete, do we have that?
No, we do not have that video of him, but it was a preferred lineman that is going to be coming into MSU there. So, just building in that depth for the Michigan State offensive line. And, the more meat you get up front, running backs are happy, quarterbacks are happy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we talk about we need more bodies to go against each other and beat up on each other. But, we had another preferred walk-on in the last class who could have went to Eastern, MAC schools and play, but his dream school is to come to Michigan State. So I'm sure he could also went to a mid-major, but, you want to go and play at the top and get that experience. And, I think that's a true testament of building, like you said, building the roster, keeping the depth that, strong and deep because, we had the injury elements last year. So we'll see what it's going to take to at least get them groomed. And who knows, to your point, Stray, we had this conversation is maybe we have a Jack Conklin coming out of the background as we develop these kids coming to campus.
We surely hope so, And when I also read some news this week is that Mel Tucker will be conducting his spring drills more like the NFL does in OTAs. Mm-hmm. And, my question is to you, Jehuu, having been in the OTA world most recently, what is the primary difference between the traditional spring practice schedule and how it is in the NFL with OTAs?
Yeah, the big difference between an OTA and a college spring practice, most coaches use college spring practice to build a identity. They build say, hey, we're going to be a physical team. So what they're going to do for those 15 practices that they have is hit each other all the time, bang, 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 bang. And the difference with that, going to an OTA, there's not contact. You're in shells and helmets. It's more of a mental game. You're watching film. You're developing, your little techniques. Receivers are learning how to run proper routes, break at 12. Running backs are learning pass protection. Offensive line is gaining that chemistry, working together, breaking down defenses. Quarterbacks reading the defense, middle field open or closed. The safety's walking down. If you're a running back now, you have more time to dissect a defense, read blitzes. For example, if there's some people call it different things. I call it corner crash. There's a Corvette blitz. If you're a running back, you're sitting in the backfield there. Okay, the ball's on the boundary. The corner's playing press. Okay, that's one key now. You got to look at the safety. It's that safety walking over because someone has to cover that guy. Then there's a possibility that corner's going to crash there. So those are the differences there. It's not as physical, but it's more mental. And I think for Michigan State, that's the key right there because you can still be together, develop, work hard. Quarterbacks and receivers can gain that chemistry with each other. It's a little more difficult for the defensive side of the ball because you're not actually tackling people to the ground, so you lose that form fitting and everything like that. But that's the biggest difference, and I'm a big fan of it. I'm a big fan of running it this way because last year we were riddled by the injury bug, and everybody we can get healthy into summer and into camp, that will be a huge plus.
I mean, to that point, I feel like it's over-taught where, once you get to this level, you should be able to hit. You should be able to tackle. So to your point, it's we'll do the form fitting. We'll do the, fit here, make sure your head is up when you're the safety tackle point from a defensive standpoint. But, man, we don't want to bang all the time, man. Now, sometimes when you have some times where you got a jar and you get to get a heated practice, that's really the only way to kind of take out that aggression and relinquish pain on your own teammate. But why do that when we could just save all that, bottle it up for another team with a different color? So to your point, Jehuu, it's smart. It's smarter, keeping us healthy. We're getting Darius Snow back. Just think about those issues with that first game. Maybe we were too much miles and too much hitting on the body that then just kind of deters you in game time and speed. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it's operated.
Yeah, and also too, you get more reps in for practice. Practice is shorter. You got like an hour and a half practice, a 90-minute practice, but you're going to get more reps in. And also, by the way, I can't get any credit how I broke down that corner crash blitz.
It was beautiful.
I had to tell you what the name was, but yeah,
press
that's
coverage to the boundary.
That's good.
First
That's
key.
good.
See if that safety's walking over top. That's a great indicator. That was good.
See, we just need a big board. We need a big board.
We need the virtual. We need the Kitty Smith one to our drawing board. We got to run to it.
If you listening and you want to sponsor our big board, let us know.
I know a guy called Otis.
Call Otis. Let him know, hey, I want to sponsor Choo Choo's big board.
I'm sure there's somebody in Canada right now that's looking at this on YouTube, and they're gonna say, you know what, I love this guy right here, Don Cherry, just gonna be singing. Hey, it's all good. We
Canada
love it.
Dry.
Yes, I mean, I'm loving. I'm really loving the moxie of Jalen Thompson. I mean, he's got confidence, bro. He thinks he's gonna play, man. And if he thinks he can, he can.
Right.
That's
because you heard that goal. That goal was like, oh, I want to crack the line. No, I'm looking at straight statistics and going straight to Big Ten pressure, which is like,
that's
why not?
Mindset you want.
Why not, man? Why not, brother? That's what I say. Go
say
get him.
You will till someone say you can't.
That's exactly right. Yeah, man. That was a great interview, guys. Appreciate you guys the time. I don't know if there's anything else you guys want to talk about, but right now I think that we have something special coming on Thursday. Coaches can't talk about recruits, and we've dealt with recruits before on this show. You guys know that. We've showed when they signed primarily. Are they committed? But who says that we can't talk to people who haven't committed but has Michigan State in their top 3? Well, we're going to bring on a guy who's in that position, him and his father. You guys are going to like to hear who this is when it's coming up. Pay attention to the promos that are going to be dropping, I believe, tomorrow for the show on Thursday at 8 p.m. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube. Click that like button. Subscribe. The more subscribers, the better it is. The more cool stuff we get. We're just barely scratching the surface on the cool stuff. Talk about it a little bit. We won't get into all that right now. We're just gonna leave it right there.
Like my dad says, like, show up and show out on this next one. Because we need the love. We need to show them that Spartan love that, above all other fan bases and support systems.
Just in case Spartan Nation did not understand what Stray or Otis said, we need you guys to tell at least everyone that's on there, tell 5 friends on Thursday at 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Eastern time to log on, show love to this kid is a stud. His father's going to be on. His father's a stud. Michigan State is in their top 3. We need you to come on and show him love. Like, what better way than being on a This is Sparta MSU podcast, and our listeners are coming in and saying, hey, we want you. We need you to come here. We could use you, than that. So tell 5 friends. Everybody tell 5 friends, and their 5 friends tell 5 friends.
I like that, Steve Smith. See that military? Sir, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Let's get after it.
And you know what? If NIL was back then with me and Jehuu were playing, I guarantee you, Jehuu would have had a WWE NIL deal. The way he just a stud. Look at him. Oh,
it's a real thing. It ain't a game. It ain't a play thing.
Even got the name on it. The name
got
on
the name on it.
Yeah. Where we at?
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Worldwide, baby. Worldwide.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Federation.
That's that Vince McMahon jacket you got on there, huh?
Incredible. Yeah, be sure to tune in
on
Thursday at 8 o'clock. Gonna have a quarterback. There's another hint for you. A quarterback. See if people can guess. Go to our socials and see if you can guess who it is. We just gave you all the tips in the world right there. Do some work. Let's have some fun with it. All right. For Otis Wiley and Jehuu Caulcrick, I'm Jason Strayhorn. This is Sparta. Have a good night. God bless, and go green.
Go white.
This is Sparta MSU as a combined presentation of Playfly Sports Properties and Michigan State Sports Properties. The show is produced by Pete Menez with additional support from Tony Costella. Operations and social media support is provided by Alicia Strayhorn with support from Cecily Max Brown. On-location technical support is provided by Good Fruit Video. Be sure to follow our hosts Jason Strayhorn, Jehuu Caulcrick, and Otis Wiley on social media. To stay up to date with all the latest, this is Sparta News. Please like and subscribe by visiting our link tree and tell a friend to do the same. Thank you for your support, and as always, go green.